Okay. Pulinanandji, three months bola original, please follow.
Namo Vitragai.
Namo Vitragai.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo Vajrayanam.
Namo Uvasdayanam.
Namo Loe Sawasahanam.
Namo Loe Sava Sahunam.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Savapavapanasano.
Savapavapanasano.
Mangalanancha Savesim.
Mangalanam cha Savesing.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand Mahatma. She was supposed to share her experience. So anybody has a question? Any question, Chair? Bhumika? Bhumika?
Yeah, Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Satchidanand, you want to share your experience?
Experience about?
You were about the family, your busy life, conflict between them and me and you.
Sure. Well, I have been trying to observe more and see how to deal with it instead of reacting first. But there are times I tend to react first, then notice that maybe it's not a big deal. There's just always too much on my plate, I guess. I feel like between the kids' schedule, Swarup's schedule, my work schedule, home schedule, and with, I feel like the personal social engagements are also increasing versus in COVID with more shutdowns and things like that. So there are many times I used to panic before, but now I'm kind of trying to go with the flow. Of course, I am not 100% not panicking. There are times when there's too much going on and I'm learning to either let go or ask more for help or kind of just leave it like, you know, it will work out when it does. So that's basically where I'm at right now.
How is it you find કે અંદરનું ટ્રાન્સફોર્મેશન થયું છે કે થોડું શાંતિ રાખવાનું વધારે થાય છે આ બધા સિચ્યુએશનમાં એવું you feel about that like that?
Yes, કે મારે થોડી શાંતિ વધારે રહે છે. Even with, you know, last time I said that when people keep asking me so many questions, the same question rather, again and again, when I'm answering the same thing, I used to, after fourth or fifth time, I would react, where now I'm just, like Deepakanandji had said last time, to just repeat the same answer again and again. So I'm learning to do that without getting frustrated. Before, my frustration was that, okay, I already answered the same thing. Why are you asking me this again? You know, so I'm trying to realize the other person's perspective and that all I could do is say the same thing again and again, and hopefully they'll understand. And if they don't, I'm not getting as frustrated as much.
Okay. How about with your in-laws when you try to teach your children something and they try to reverse it or they don't pay attention to that? Any experience on that?
Yes. So that's still a work in progress, but it's better than before. I'm beginning to realize more and more, no matter what I say, they're just not going to change. And it still hurts many times because they think I'm, you know, or at least I feel like that they think that I'm their enemies, the kids' enemies, because I'm either making them cry or, but I'm trying to, before I used to try to explain that I'm not their enemy, you know, I'm just trying to make them understand this is for their betterment. But now I kind of just stop and let them say whatever they have to say. And then I come back to the kids in the evening or another time when they're not around to explain my point of view to the kids, because I'm beginning to realize that I'm trying to fight too many battles and instead of and not getting anything done. So I realized that my point is to teach the kids this, and I cannot have 10 people crowding on my head. So I decided that at nighttime or another time when I'm alone with the kids, that's when I talk to them as to what my point was and see if they understand. And all I can say is I hope they understand what I'm trying to say.
What about the children? They fight you, say, Ma told us to do this, Dada told us to do that.
Yeah, they do. And so now I kind of, what I do is I incorporate everyone's feelings and I tell them like, oh, maybe Ba meant it this way, but do you see that if, you know, you do it this way, it might be a little bit better. So I think that that's helping me as well as the kids, that, you know, let's take everyone's perspective into account and then see which is the best way. So at this point, before I felt like, or now I'm feeling like maybe I was the one just ordering and giving advice, but now what I'm trying to do is have the kids make their own decision. I can only say what I need to say and then let them kind of figure their own paths out and see if they can make the best decision, because I that's how I feel, that I can't just, you know, tell everyone what to do.
That's pretty good. Good progress. Deepakanji, you want to share some thoughts on our progress?
Yes, always. Because they are sharing their hands-on experience, what they pass through. So it is always good thing to learn. Some of the like principle understanding what Dada Bhagwan has revealed in any interaction. If you want to get free and handle it amicably, then certain thing, if you keep in mind what Dada has said about dealing with people, then it will really become easy for you. Number one, Dada said, I have not come here to change people in this world, which many times we want to change people, kids, parents, friends, surrounding. We have come to get freed from this, this mess which is created by someone else, but you are into it. And every time when we refer that the world is your mirror, means you have to understand that it is Bhumika's mirror. You are not Bhumika. So you have to make Bhumika understand that whatever you come across, whatever way people deal with you, is your reflection. What was imposed on you, what was projected on you, that's why you are whatever you are and whatever your bunch of circumstances are. So, because those projections were ignorant projection, ignorant doership projection. So that's what make you pass through those circumstances, those situations wherein you have to pass through that suffering. So if you want to come out victorious in such situation, meaning you play your part and learn lesson of your life and correct yourself. This is a great opportunity you have to correct yourself. Apparently, one may feel that, oh, in whatever situation, whatever position we are, we feel I'm responsible for this. Yes, you are responsible. There's no doubt about it. But what is the primary responsibility? What is the most important responsibility is how can you free yourself and handle situations amicably, learn to get you know your mistakes and correct them. Everyone has to pass through such situations. So this is number one. World is your mirror, your reflection. Your means whose? That is Bhumika. You are not Bhumika. So you have to help Bhumika understand this fact of life and handle her situation without getting mad, annoyed, depressed, distracted, whatever you may say. Second, it is said, Vad upar vivad, ત્યાં ધર્મ નથી, ત્યાં વ્યવહાર પણ નથી. Vad means to say something one-sided or to start a conversation like. So it's like someone, so okay, let me go through this quickly. Our ego principally should be such that you handle Bhumika only. But that ego, which is inbuilt with Bhumika, she wants to control others also. Is it there? You will find out in situation. It is not your property. What it means, you don't own that. But you have come with that virus. So you have to learn to, like, this is the thing, you caught that infection and you have to get freed from that infection and become healthy. So that is what you want to control others. And you feel very good. You feel nice when others are in your control. But then when you try to control others' ego, does it get hurt? Nobody likes to be told. The way if we are told to do anything, we don't like it. If we tell others, they don't like it. So it is said the first, but this vad, that is first expression, it is karmic result. So it will just come out, whether it is from your side or from the other side, opposite side, anyone. But when it comes, like if it goes from your side, then you have to be very alert. And then try to manage the situation and see that if any reaction comes, that is vivad, you get any opposition, anything, any justification or anything you get from the other side, you must stop there. Do you understand that? You tell kids to do something and they say, Dada told us to do this way. You stop there. Otherwise, you will get into a fight wherein there is no end. Because they are already, what do you say? They have this thing in their understanding, in their mind, that this is what they have to do. Because you are not the only one who is controlling them. The other people also controlling them. And especially if it comes from anywhere outside home, then you can make a justification, try to explain them. Here also you can explain them. But then you have to be very careful. If it goes something other way around, and they may feel bad, they may feel awkward. So this is where you have to be very careful. Vad upar vivad na thaite. So if it comes from other side, someone tells you to do something, then if it is possible, just accept and do it. But your buddhi your intellect doesn't accept it. Then you can try one time. And still, if it reflects back, then leave it. Otherwise, it will keep going on and on and on, and there is no end. So this is what, if you, and the main point is try to deal with heart. Check whether your head is acting or your heart is acting. Heart will always keep things together. Don't find fault with others. Don't find fault with others, where head will always find fault with others, right and wrong, and the situation will become really bad. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
I have a
Pulinanandji?
quick question.
Yeah.
Sorry, quick
Go ahead,
question.
go ahead, Bhumika.
So everything I said, it works great. I feel like majority of the time. But there are some times, in particular, even this past week, I just could not stay with my beliefs. Like it just, even though my beliefs were this, my actions weren't coming that way. And this whole week I've been trying to figure out why that is. Three mantra karu, I try to regain myself, compose, and remind karya rakhu that this is how it should be. So do you have any insights for me as to andar thi mare aa bhav hoy, but somehow the reaction comes out differently at many times, and it just
very quick.
Hmm?
What is happening is not you. Do you understand? The way what Bhumika behaves is not your output. You are feeling what you feel, and what you want to do is your decision today, with the wisdom what you have got today, which you acquired today. But what is happening, or what the way Bhumika is playing her part, is totally different from that. So that's not you. So what you need is, whatever that goes, or Bhumika does anything against your belief or your decision, then you have to correct. That's it. Why she is doing? No, because she is not doing. She is programmed that way previously. So now you have to change. What it means, the way Bhumika behaves is based on the past decisions made by someone else. But now you are in her control. So you make your decision. Wherever you need correction, correct and fix Bhumika. Don't argue why she is doing that way, because this is your decision now, with what understanding, right understanding you have acquired now, today. Got it?
got it.
Same thing with kids. You want them to do one way, your way, right way, I will say. But they are doing their own way, because what they have acquired those beliefs, and they are doing it that way. So then you have to understand that you have to make them understand this is what it is. And it will not happen just one time. Several times you have to tell them, and they're, Mama, you meant this? Oh, we are so sorry. That will take time, but that is where your patience is tested. Jai Satchidanand.
Pulinanandji, quickly, and then we'll go to Shital's experience. But I posted one video I just got from the owner of Infosys and her conversation, or how she taught her children. Jara jojo na time break. Okay, Pulinanandji.
While Bhumika was narrating her experience, I got a very tangential thought. Now, this is not specifically to Bhumika, but in general to everybody, because I see a lot of young mothers in the group today, and only 3 unmarried guys. But all this satsang will be useful to them also when they get married. We have been in the last 1 year or a little more than that. We have done a lot of satsang, how to practice arnas, how to deal with children, how to deal with spouse, and hajar tips have come. We all need self-reminders, because sometimes we need to revise that stuff. That apart, why are you attending satsangs? What are you aiming at? Just pause and ponder. Where is your life heading? How are you shaping up? What is the purpose of this satsang? What do you want to do with your life? Is your life hinging purely on your children and family? Oh, is your life hinging purely on your children and family? Their happiness, your duties towards your children, towards your spouse, towards your in-laws? Because children will grow and go away. Then you may experience a vacuum in life. You don't know what to do. Are you also living for your own self? Where is your personal growth? Where is your personal spiritual growth? Where is your personal relative growth? Do you think you need to be a little superfluous in Vyavhar? We take it so very seriously, so very seriously. Do this, don't do this, this is right, this is wrong. And you are just running and running and running. It's good. It all helps. All your Vyavhar will be clash-free. You will be little peaceful. People will be peaceful with your behavior. You will be at ease with others' behaviors. So those general guidelines will help you a lot, which is helping also. But I'm saying also ponder whenever you get the time. Where am I heading? Where is my life heading? We all say moksha, but what's happening really? Am I attaining wisdom for my own self? Because ultimately all these are fights. Whether I need to take life little superfluous, little seriously, superfluously, and don't take it too seriously, then all the pain points that you're experiencing, in-laws, children, this, that, the moment you become little superfluous, they are not your children. Supposing you are the guardian of the children, not the parent of the children, how intensely would you be guiding them? Supposing you are only caretaker of the house, how intensely would you be running the house? આ તો મારું છે, મારું છે, મારું છે. એટલે આ બધી અસર થાય છે. Nothing wrong. I'm giving a very tangential thought. I'm not criticizing anybody. It is just come at the spur of the moment. But I think we need to do that also. Otherwise, all of you will going to experience a big vacuum after your children go away. Oh, I've got the money, I've got health, but then now what to do? Parents, your in-laws may not be there. That is one aspect. The second thing, your behaviors, you said, are not appropriate as per the Agna or Gnan. That may be fine. You have to just do the bhavana, ask for Shakti that you want to do appropriate or ideal behavior, in terms of whatever, parenting, spouse, in-laws, whatever. એટલે એ ભાવના કરશો, શક્તિ માગશો, તો એની મેં શક્તિ ખીલશે. કારણ કે અત્યારે જે થાય છે બધું ડિસ્ચાર્જ છે. અને એ ડિસ્ચાર્જની સામે આજે નવું જ્ઞાન મળ્યું છે, એ નવા જ્ઞાન પ્રમાણે વર્તન આવતા વાર લાગશે. એટલે એની ભાવના, એની શક્તિ, એટલે just laying the seeds, automatically એની મેં આવશે. Okay. The moment you decide to be little detached, little superfluous, most of the grants will start working. It won't be a struggle. It just flow, Think it over. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand. Pulinanandji, one thing also we need to keep in mind. Another chokra હોય ને, so we have to be very mindful. Okay, something you do now to them is going to come back and haunt you when they grow up. And they will be really, really either tell you off or, so it will, sometimes they'll rebuttal or they'll, hey, tame avu karelu, and so they will be very careful about this.
અને એ તો છે જ, કેરફુલ ચિલ્ડ્રન નહીં, બધા સાથે કેરફુલ રહેવાનું છે, ચિલ્ડ્રન સાથે રહેવાનું જ છે, એની ના નહીં. પણ એમાં શું છે કે એ કેરફુલ રહેવાનું કેવી રીતે? મને આઈડિયલ હોય ને કે વોટ આર એઝ અ હ્યુમન બીઈંગ, વોટ ઇઝ માય આઈડિયલ બિહેવિયર, એ મને ખબર હોય અને હું થોડું સુપરફ્લુઅસ ને લાઇટ રહીશ, તો આઈ વિલ હેન્ડલ ધેમ મોર ઇઝીલી. યુ આર હેન્ડલિંગ ધ સેમ ચિલ્ડ્રન વિથ સો મચ ઓફ સ્ટ્રેસ. આમ કરવાનું, આમ નહીં કરવાનું, આ જોવાનું, આ નથી જોવાનું. અરે, જેન્સી said, I've got 10 people on my head. And there is always a struggle and a struggle. And one basic guidelines are there that life is superfluous. I have to do service without hurting anybody. If someone hurts me, take it easy, or whatever, all the satsangs there are so far. Once you are clear how life should be led, then you don't have to be careful anywhere. Your guidance will be, you'll be always guided by that set of rules, whether it's with children, in-laws, or that. You can't make a mistake, even if you want to make a mistake, because you're on the right track. You're guided by the very perfect do's and don'ts. So somewhere, if those things are inculcated in you, આદર્શ વ્યવહારના અમુક પ્રિન્સિપલ્સ ભણાઈ જશે ને પછી તમારે કેરફુલ બી નહીં રહેવું પડે. It's like a new software. The software will work. A new understanding. The new understanding will work. You don't have to bother right or wrong. It is right. Anyway, my viewpoint. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, Sito.
Jai Satchidanand. So just a quick background. Last time I had asked that I'm having a hard time staying in Agnya and that I'm not experiencing the joy of being in Agnya. And so Pulinanandji had given some tips and Deepakanandji had explained how the science behind staying in Agnya, how in apni antaratma dashama apne હું શુદ્ધાત્મામાં રહીને શીતલ પાસે ફાઇલનો નિકાલ કરાવું છું. So couple of things I really focused on was seeing Shuddhatma in everybody and seeing file and file no sambhave nikal karvo che nishchay shakti magwani. So starting with seeing Shuddhatma everywhere, I had a lot of resistance in me, like, oh, બધું try કર્યું છે પણ કઈ થયું નથી, mechanical થઈ જાય છે, કઈ આનંદ આવતો નથી. But then I just said, no, that's nothing, no excuses. I'm just going to do it. And પેલું સામાયિક કરાવે ત્યારે દીપકાનંદજી કહે છે ને કે શુદ્ધાત્મા છે ત્યાં જોવાના છે, નથી ત્યાં નથી જોવાના. એટલે I just told myself કે live ભગવાન છે સામે તો એના દર્શન કરવાના છે, બસ, that's it, nothing else. So I started, when I go for a walk in the morning in the ઝાડપાનમાં બધે શુદ્ધાત્મા જોવાના. ને ધીરે ધીરે મને આનંદ આવવા માંડ્યો અંદર, કારણ કે મેં consistent રાખ્યું. So now I just do that because I want to do that when I go for a walk. Then પછી અત્યારે તો ઘરેથી જ કામ કરવાનું હોય એટલે I don't really see too many people during the day. But in between, when I go in the kitchen, I see Shuddhatma in all the plants and birds in the backyard, in the front yard, same. When I get on the calls and during meetings, I see first Shuddhatma in everybody ne pachi કહું કે આ ફાઇલનો સંભાવે નિકાલ કરવાનો છે. When I go to pick up cable in the afternoon, ત્યાં બધા મને માણસો જોવા મળે એટલે I set the ઉપયોગ કે હવે ત્યાં બધામાં શુદ્ધાત્મા જોઈ આવું. એટલે now actually I look forward to picking up cable because it's become a pleasant experience. So એ શુદ્ધાત્મા જોવાનું. અમુક જગ્યાએ કાચું પડે છે ઘણી જગ્યાએ, ખાસ કરીને ઘરમાં હસબન્ડમાં ને કેવલમાં શુદ્ધાત્મા જોવામાં સવારમાં 1-2 વાર જોવાઈ જાય છે પણ પછી it's really not there. અને હમણાં પુલિનાનંદજીએ કહ્યું ને about children, એમાં કેવલ સાથે તો ફાઇલ દેખાતું જ નથી. એટલે આખું the concept કે તમારા children નથી એવું તો નથી જ. And on Keval's an only child, so my entire focus is like ana આ કરું તે કરું આનું શું કરું, as if my internal belief is કે હું એને નહીં કહું તો એ બરાબર નહીં થાય, જાણે મારી it's a project I have or it's a job I have. That's how I approach it. But anyway, side topic. So that's seeing Shuddhatma. હવે ફાઇલનો સંભાવે નિકાલ કરવાનો, એમાં ખાસ કરીને જોબ પર it's really helped. Especially I've noticed કે મારા boss સાથેનું મારું interaction is much smoother as I just see Shuddhatma and when she reaches out to me or something, I just say, okay, file આવી છે, સંભાવે નિકાલ કરવાની શક્તિ આપો. And all the resistance and opinions I used to have, like, oh, she's like this and she's like that, they're kind of, they kind of, I wouldn't say, but they're not in the main focus. It's like, okay, a file છે ને સંભાવે નિકાલ કરવાનો છે. Even some of the colleagues that I work with that I had a lot of opinions on, at least one other person, my interaction is much smoother and pleasant with them. But my interaction with ઘરના ફેમિલીમાં ફાઇલનો ફાઇલ ત્યાં ઉપયોગ બહુ રહેતો નથી, honestly speaking, કે આ ફાઇલ છે એનો સંભાવે નિકાલ કરવાનો છે. The other thing is, I had asked about doing VDs in the morning and all day long being rushed and just trying to accomplish this, what's next. So there, what has really helped me is just 5 deep breaths. That's it, in between tasks. It just takes 10 seconds to take 5 deep breaths, reset, and it's bas boli devanu 5 વાર કે હું શુદ્ધાત્મા છું, હું શુદ્ધાત્મા છું, હું શુદ્ધાત્મા છું. And that has really helped. I have noticed that during the morning time, like in the beginning of the day, all of this is really great. By the evening time, Purusharth and everything kind of gets, dim. So that's what's happening. I had another thought I wanted to share. Now I can't remember. Oh, one day I had in the morning, it was just, I had a lot of things going on. It was really, really a busy day. And I got into this rush of like getting things done at work. And then in the afternoon, when I had completed that project, I was in such a state of mind that I just I don't know. So, and I had to go on to the next thing because I had to run this errand, but I just forced myself to take a 5-minute break. And આપણે આ સવારના સત્સંગ એટલે ઇન્ડિયામાં રાતના સત્સંગમાં સામાયિક કરાવે છે ને કે શુદ્ધાત્મા ભગવાન તમે જુદા શીતલ જુદી. I just did that for 10 minutes and I just took a break too, and that really, really helped. That rush was kind of there was a pause into it, and I felt like, okay, I'm back into my normal state. So that was a good experience I had. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, very
It's a
good.
lot of work lot of work to do still, but I'm 100% certain that I don't want to go back to this state where I was before, where I was not doing anything during the day, and then to stay in Panchaknya, because this is so much better. But I need to do more.
Very good, Chito. Good experience, good thoughts. Pulinanandji?
A good beginning. એક જ વીકમાં તે થોડી શુદ્ધાત્મા સંભાવે નિકાલ અને પોઝ બ્રીથ્સ ને બધું કર્યું તો આટલો ફરક પડ્યો. તો હવે તને ખબર પડી કે રિયલી આજ્ઞા એટલે શું અને આજ્ઞાથી કેટલો ફાયદો થાય છે. ખ્યાલ? અત્યાર સુધી આપણી આખી લાઈફ છે ને બુદ્ધિ ડ્રીવન હતી. એટલે આટલું કરવાનું, આટલું નહીં કરવાનું, રાઈટ છે, રોંગ છે, એફિશિયન્સી ડ્રીવન, એફિશિયન્સી ઇન ટર્મ્સ ઓફ એફર્ટ, એફિશિયન્સી ઇન ટર્મ્સ ઓફ ટાઈમ સ્પેન્ડ, વધારે ટાઈમ ના બગડવો છે, વધારે એફર્ટ ના જોઈએ. So that was the cause of stress. And વ્યવસ્થિત છે ને, વ્યવસ્થિત is the one who is driving all your life. તારા બધા ઓફિસના વર્ક, ઘરના બધા વસ્તુ વ્યવસ્થિત પ્રમાણે થવાનું છે. એ તો હું કરું છું ને મારે કરવું પડશે એટલે આખો સ્ટ્રેસ આવી ગયો, ઓનરશિપ આવી ગઈ હતી. You see? Now હવે આજ્ઞા પ્રમાણે કહે છે એટલે શું, you have relaxed. So basically બધામાં શુદ્ધાત્મા જોયા અને આ બધું કર્યું એટલે શું થયું કે તમારી જે દ્રષ્ટિ કે જાગૃતિ હતી ને એ પેલા પ્રકૃતિ પર ફોકસ હતી કે આ માણસ સારો છે, ખરાબ છે, આ ઝાડ છે, પાન છે. હવે તમે શુદ્ધાત્મા જોવાનું ચાલુ કર્યું ને એટલે જે જાગૃતિ ખાલી પ્રકૃતિ પર ફોકસ હતી ને એમાંથી હટી ગઈ. હવે શુદ્ધાત્મા બી જો છો. હવે એનાથી શું થયું, પ્રકૃતિ પર જાગૃતિ વધારે હોય તો ગમો અણગમો બહુ રહે. You have tremendous likes and dislikes. It just pop up straight away. The more you are attentive, the more will be the intense will be the likes and dislikes. હવે તમે શું થયું, શુદ્ધાત્મા જો ચાલે એટલે પ્રકૃતિ પરથી જાગૃતિની ઇન્ટેન્સિટી ઘટી ગઈ, એટલે લાઇક્સ ડિસલાઇક્સ ઓછા થઈ ગયા. એટલે નાઉ યુ કેન ટેક ઇટ ઇઝી, ટેક ઇટ એવરીથિંગ ઇઝી. અને સંભાવ્ય નિકાલ તો વન્ડરફુલ આજ્ઞા છે. એટલે વિથ યોર બોસ ઓલ ધ પ્રી ઓપિનિયન્સ પ્રેજુડાઇસીસ હેવ ગોન. કલીગ્સમાં બી એ હેલ્પ થયું. So then your question was કે ઘરમાં કેવલ અને એના હસબન્ડ સાથે નથી થતું એ રહેવાનું, નિખિલ એ રહેવાનું, કારણ કે ચીકણામાં ચીકણી ફાઇલ છે ને, નંબર 2 અને નંબર 3. એટલે એનો ઓપ્શન એ છે કે પાછળથી એટ ધ એન્ડ ઓફ ધેટ જસ્ટ સી શુદ્ધાત્મા ઇન ધેમ, જસ્ટ સી ફાઇલ છે સંભાવી નિકાલ. અને સવારે ઇફ પોસિબલ જરા બોલી દેવાનું આ બધી ફાઇલોનો સંભાવી નિકાલ આ બેવનો before you start. Any time of the day, not first thing in the morning, just before you start. કેવલની ફાઇલનો સંભાવ્ય નિકાલ, નિખિલની ફાઇલનો સંભાળ નિકાલ કરવાની શક્તિ આપજો 5 વાર. તો શું ત્યારે જ્યારે એ લોકો સામે આવશે ત્યારે ફાઇલ સ્વરૂપે દેખાશે, ભલે શુદ્ધાત્મા ના દેખાય. Either the two are same sides of the, they are both. શુદ્ધાત્મા જોવા અને ફાઇલ જોવું, they are two sides of the same coin. બંને વસ્તુ તમને ઓલું ડાયરેક્ટલી ઉપયોગમાં લાવશે અને આ વિતરાગ કરશે ચોથી આજ્ઞાથી, but it leads more or less the same place, whatever comes, you know. એટલે પાછળથી ચિકાસવાળો ભાગ છે એટલે you said I need to work on it more, એટલે just carry this puruષાર્થ. But then in the evening, night, morning, whenever you get the time, review where you could do a better corrective action for the next day. Just a review. કે હવે આટલું થોડું રહી ગયું તો next time what can be improved, what can be improved, what can be improved, you know. હવે આ 1-2 week થશે ને, then you will realize or you get a better understanding of Sheetal as file number 1. What are her intense likes and dislikes? And what remedial actions or purushas can be done to tackle those first? Yeah, I'll say it will come. Don't worry about that. You just continue this purusha. You will now, you know, you will realize તને તારા જ ઓળખાણ પડશે કે મારું બુદ્ધિ ક્યાં કામ કરે છે, મન ક્યાં કામ કરે છે, ક્યાં મને કોણ હલાવી નાખે છે, મારી બિલીફ્સ જ મને હલાવે છે ને, મારી એક્સપેક્ટેશન્સ જ મને હલાવે છે ને. So once you get a hang of your beliefs, your expectations, then you can control them, and then it's easy to take care of the behavior. अभी तो हमको मालूम ही नहीं है मारे प्रकृति में શું છે જ મને નથી ખબર. I don't know my strengths and weakness.
Right.
So that will come. Don't worry, you don't have to do anything. That will come as you do all this. એ જાગૃતિ વધશે એટલે તેને શીતલ ઓળખાશે અને શીતલનો બુદ્ધિ ઓળખાશે, શીતલનો અહંકાર ઓળખાશે, શીતલની ડિઝાયર્સ, એક્સપેક્ટેશન્સ ઓળખાશે. પછી ત્યાં એપ્રોપ્રિએટ જ્ઞાન વાપરીશ, કાંઈ ટેમ્પરિંગ કરીશ, then it will flow smoothly. Those won't be blocks in your ajnas. Prakriti of Sheetal, whatever she has brought will not be a block. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But there is a fallout, it will come. It will come.
Okay.
Just carry on this, review at the end, જેટલું ચુકાઈ ગયું does not matter, પાછળથી જોઈ લો શુદ્ધાત્મા, કેવલ અને નિખિલમાં, or whatever, whoever. અને બીજી વાર શું કરવાનું કરે અને just continue. You see, basically, all I'm trying to say is, this Purusharth that you have started should be enjoyable.
Yes.
It's not the end goal. The journey of Purusharth should also be enjoyable. Otherwise, he'll again go in the dustbin after some days.
Right.
As you said, it's enjoyable. Now you're a little more relaxed. બધામાં શુદ્ધાત્મા જોવાનું ચાલુ કર્યું એટલે, you know. So do the same thing with happiness in your mind, a sense of achieveness in your mind. Yes, I'm progressing, I'm achieving something. Well, you're not reached, but you started. Beginning has been done. So feel happy about that. Feel happy about what you have got. And with the help of that happiness, you progress ahead. Now let me do more Purusha. Let me go one step ahead. Let me go one step ahead in Purusha. In the terms of Vadar Shuddhatma, Sambhavi, Nikal, Vyavasthit, whatever.
Right.
So, and then that small success stories is a motivating factor for doing more Purusharth. Because how will you get motivation? Because as it is, you did Purusharth the way you heard in Satsang, and then you gave up. So I don't want you to fall back into the same trap.
Okay.
Very, very important. So you continue this. Ullasthij karo, Ullas Parinamthi, tame Purusharth karo. And that Purusharth will tell what Purusharth to do. Don't bother about what to do next. That insights will come from you, from within.
Okay.
A project માં તને praise કર્યું હોય manager, you did a good thing. So next time I'll do this. Next time I'll do this. You know, that pops up.
Right.
The same thing will happen here. The popping up of next Purusha will come. So carry on the momentum and review and progress. Okay? Jai Satchidanand.
Okay. Definitely.
JSS Deepakanandji.
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ. એક વસ્તુ અહીંયા સમજવાની છે આપણે. આ જ્ઞાન મળ્યું ને એટલે શીતલથી જુદા થયા. એટલે હવે શીતલ has become point of observation, object of observation. આ જ્ઞાન મળ્યું એટલે કરેક્શન નથી થયું. આટ લગી કરેક્શન કર્યું જ નથી. પોતાને ફાવે તેમ કરેલું છે બધું. That's why you see all those flaws in Sheetal.
Right.
But now with this wisdom of knowledge, having got separated from Sheetal, and you see bunch of lapses in Sheetal. So the process is keep observing. You are in between pure soul light and Sheetal. That's your state, and it is responsible state. Responsible state in the sense, in the light of your soul, you will be able to see Sheetal without any bias, impartially. You will be able to see her absolutely impartially. So wherever her mistake is there, you will know. You understand?
I see.
So
Yeah.
you now in that light, you come to know that you are not doing several things. But when you say you are not doing, Sheetal is not doing. Remember
Whatever.
that.
Yes.
Because we have dual function. One is to see in the light of pure soul what Sheetal is doing, because Sheetal cannot do it. She is like a car. It cannot run of its own. So you have to guide, you have to steer Sheetal, and that is your decision part as per what we have understood from Dada Bhagwan. And wherever she is not following those decisions, you keep correcting.
Whatever.
That's it. And when you start doing this, you will start feeling that bliss of pure soul, because you are doing your job. And then when you are perfectly observing what Sheetal is doing, then you also know what Sheetal is doing with kids. Everyone, job, Nikhil, other family members. If she's not doing correctly, she doesn't know. The wisdom of light will tell you that she has come with a bunch of ideas, opinions, and that's why she's doing like that. But until now, she was not being observed impartially. But now you have started observing impartially in the light of pure soul, so you know what exactly Sheetal is going wrong.
Right.
So you decide that decision part itself will correct eventually, but the decision part will help you find the flaws where how much Sheetal is going against those decisions, what you want, and keep correcting. So you have these two jobs. Do you understand?
Yeah, observing and correcting.
Right. Same way what Keval is doing, you want him to do certain thing because that's the right thing he must do. So convey that thing nicely, politely, lovingly, so that he said, Mama is telling is right, but I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, Mama. That is important. He must realize his mistake. But if you attack, if you hurt his ego, he'll say, I'm going to do it. Do whatever you want to do. That's not right.
Right. Right.
એવી જ રીતે શીતલ જોડે પણ કરવાનું છે. Lovingly with, એને શું કહે છે, amicably and lovingly. That amicable dealing is always lovingly. And with that loving nature, even if you scold Sheetal or Keval, she will not feel bad. Keval will not feel bad. He will say, oh, Mama got mad because I am not performing correctly. I must improve. I must correct myself. That is that positive part will do. And then the scolding part will correct him.
Right. But most of us.
Two-eye dealing. One is lovingly, and other is ek akhma kadkai ne ek akhma prem kidhu ne. That's what.
So you have to deal that way with Sheetal. I deal that way with Sheetal too. Yes.
And so with Keval, when you understand Sheetal correctly, you will understand Keval also perfectly. Nikhil, everyone else.
Right.
And you will not mess around with them. The way you stop messing around with Sheetal, she will be very happy that someone is there to take care of me, who is guiding me correctly, who is really thinking to improve me, to correct me.
Yeah.
Barabar?
One question, just one quick question. તમે કહ્યું ને કે શુદ્ધાત્માની લાઈટમાં you observe Sheetal impartially. The impartially, એટલે I mean that I am not
શુદ્ધાત્માની pure soul light is impartial. That light is impartial. If you see through your intellect, then you will mess around with Sheetal.
that's what happens. That's why I'm asking
Yes, yes.
to clarify. Okay, okay. Barabar.
Okay.
And wherever you feel hurt or you feel disturbed, understand you have viewed through intellect light. It is not
Okay.
pure soul light. Pure soul light will never disturb you, will always keep you positive, active, and positive.
Okay.
And no negativity, and never utter negative words. I
Mm,
feel depressed, I just don't like. No, 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 no. Negative, don't utter, even don't contemplate those negative words.
okay.
Words make our world.
Yeah.
If we are not conscious about our words, then they are spoken naturally. They come out.
Mhm.
But we have to be a guard, be very vigilant and watchful, correct them. Anytime they go negative inside. So
Okay.
outside, forget, it will never happen. Okay.
Okay. All right. Jai Satchidanand.
Okay. Okay. Cheto, don't go with your second part. Hardik wants to share on the rush jobs. Hardik wants to share some. Hardik?
Jai Satchidanand. When we talked about that workplace environment, like I mentioned about that,
Yeah, whatever.
usually
Yeah,
just
that's
fall
fine.
into,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I fall into rush and then go for it, you know. So as Pulinanandji and Deepakanandji mentioned that take
ગુજરાતીમાં બોલ
pause.
ચાલશે. હાર્દિક.
Okay. તો તમે કીધું હતું કે પોઝ લેજો ત્યાં ને શુદ્ધાત્મા જોજો પહેલા થોડું પ્રાર્થના કરીને જવાનું મીટિંગ હોય કે કઈ પણ તમને કોન્ફ્લિક્ટ થતું હોય એ લાગે તો 2-3 વીક થી હવે પ્રેક્ટિસ કરવું છે કે ઓકે કઈ પણ આમ એકદમ ઉતાવળ થાય તો પોઝ લો બ્રેથ શુદ્ધાત્મા છું હાર્દિકની ફાઇલ છે હાર્દિક કરે છે ને કોઈ પણ એવું લાગે ને કે બહુ પ્રોજેક્ટ પર કામ કરું છું ને એવું લાગે કે ઓકે આઈ એમ ફોલિંગ બિહાઇન્ડ સો એના બદલે કે હું એવું મૂકી દઉં કે ભાઈ દાદાને સોંપી દે હાર્દિક તું એ કરે છે ને તને ખબર છે કે થઈ જાય છે બરાબર બહુ પ્રેશર લઈને તું ના ચાલીશ બાકી તું ઉતાવળ કરીશ એટલે ત્યાં પછી દાદાને સોંપી દઉં ને પછી within 2-3 minutes I fall back into my place. Okay, હવે શાંત થઈ ગયો હાર્દિક, so now go with flow. So it really helped કે ભાઈ એ ધીરે ધીરે થોડું ઉતાવળ કમ થતી થઈ કામમાં ને જે ઘરે આવીને પણ ચાલુ રહેતું હતું એ પણ ઓછું થયું હવે કે ઓકે આ પતાવવાનું છે ના ઓકે થઈ જશે બહુ પ્રેશર નહીં દાદાને સોંપો ને કામ કરતા રહો ફોકસથી જે ટાઈમે જે કામ કરવાનું છે એમાં ફોકસ આપો સો એમાં બહુ એ રહ્યું કે ભાઈ જાગૃતિ થોડી વધતાથી જાય છે હવે ખ્યાલ પણ આવે છે કે ક્યાં પોઝ લેવા પડશે હવે આગળ કે કશે કે એકદમ ડિસિઝન આપવાનું છે પોઝ લો વિચારો પછી કહો બસ એટલે એ જ ખાલી જણાવતું કે આ અનુભવ થયો
Very good. Deepakanji?
Yeah, quickly, આપણે જ્યારે એમ કહીએ ને કે દાદાને સોંપી દઉં છું એટલે દાદા is not some individual, but દાદા એટલે જે જ્ઞાન સ્વરૂપે પ્રગટ થયા છે તે અને એ જ્ઞાનની લાઇટ the light of pure soul શુદ્ધાત્માની લાઇટ એટલી બધી ડિવાઇન છે કે થ્રુ એન્ડ થ્રુ એઝ ઇટ ઇઝ આપણને બતાડી દે એટલે આપણે દાદાને સોંપીએ ને એટલે એના બર્ડનમાંથી નીકળી જાય અને વી સ્ટાર્ટ ઓબ્ઝર્વિંગ ઇન ધ લાઇટ ઓફ પ્યોર સોલ દેટ ઇઝ દાદા ભગવાન્સ લાઇટ અને આપણને પછી એ દેખાવા માંડે કે આપણે ક્યાં ભૂલ કરીએ છીએ પેલું આમ કરવાનું નહીં થાય દાદાને સોંપી દીધું ને એટલે that hassle stops અને you start observing in the light of Dada Bhagwan. That is knowledge light which is very pure and it shows things as it is. એટલે નાનામાં નાની આપણી ભૂલ હોય ને એ પણ દેખાવા લાગે આ ભૂલ કરી આપણે that's it ભૂલ દેખાય ને ત્યાંથી જ કરેક્શન થશે એટલે you don't take hold of doing but you start observing and when you start observing you will know the mistake being committed and you start correction and that's how you will win. એટલે રિયલમાં પણ આપણે ઓબ્ઝર્વ કરીએ એટલે વિન થઈએ છીએ ને રિલેટિવમાં because of right observation we get to know our mistakes correctly so correction is also done correctly and you get the benefit.
એમાં એવું જ થયું કે જેવું કહીએ ને કે દાદાને સોંપું છું અમદાવાદ દાદા કે એટલે તરત થોડી વારમાં કામ ડાઉન થઈ જાય હાર્દિક અને પછી એને વિઝન કરેક્ટ થાય કે ઓકે તું ક્યાં ભૂલ કરે છે કે તને ક્યાં એક્ઝેક્ટલી આ પોઈન્ટને સોલ્યુશન મળશે
Perfect.
એને તરત તમ મળવા મળે પ્રોબ્લેમના સોલ્યુશન બાકી પહેલા ઉતાવળ કરે ને તો હિઝ માઇન્ડ ઇઝ લાઈક ગોઈંગ એવરીવેર ને કન્ફ્યુઝ થઈ જાય કે ક્યાં જવું
Correct. Correct. Absolutely.
Okay. So before Pulinanandji, let me share one point. Okay, you know, આપણે observe life કરીશું ને આપણું ઘરે normally there are too many things to do, but they fall in place somehow or other, right? Same way, because you know, આમ કરશું, સવારનું ઉઠશું, ભાત લઈશું, આ કરશું, તે લઈશું. Those sequence are already clear. So same way at work, you know, you need to prioritize. કે સાથે 25 કામ આવે, you need to prioritize what's important and start to end. 25 ગાર્દિકે કહ્યું, દાદા, this is the sequence I'm going to do it, help me. તો પછી બધું ધડાધડ પતી જાય. That's my experience. પુલતાનજી?
હા, બસ જ્યારે આને કીધું ને હું દાદાને સોંપી દઉં છું અને પછી સારું થાય છે, મને આ જ વિચાર આવ્યા હતા. આમ તો બધું કવર અપ કર્યું જ છે, પણ જસ્ટ થ્રુ બેઝિકલી ઇટ્સ એન એક્સેલન્ટ ટૂલ. હું બધાને આઈ એમ જસ્ટ રિપીટિંગ. જ્યારે બી આપણે એમ સફોકેશન થાય ને કે આપણે શું કરશું, કેવી રીતે કરશું, સમજાતું નથી વોટ ટુ ડુ, ત્યારે આ દાદાને સોંપી દઉં એમ કહી દેવાનું. નાઉ દાદાને સોંપી દઉં એટલે તમે ખરેખર વ્યવસ્થિત ને સોંપી દો છો કે શું થવાનું છે. યુ સી, હવે એનાથી શું થાય છે કે જે કીધું ને એમને કે બુદ્ધિ ઉપરનો આપણા ઉપરનો બોજ ઓળખી જાય. એટલે જે ઇનડિસિસિવ બુદ્ધિ છે, જે બુદ્ધિનો ભાગ ડિસિઝન આપી શકતી નથી, આ કરું તે કરું, યુ નો, એ ભાગ આખો નીકળી જાય. તમે વ્યવસ્થિત ને સોંપી દીધું ને એટલે એને ડિસિઝન લેવાનો ભાગ બંધ થઈ ગયો. જે દાદા કરે એ ખરું, વ્યવસ્થિત કરે એ ખરું, એટલે એનો લોડ નીકળી ગયો. હવે લોડ નીકળી ગયો ને એટલે જે ઇનડિસિઝન લીધે સફોકેશન થતું હતું ને, હાય શું સમજાવતું નથી, શું છે, એને લીધે આખો ફોગ ભેગો થઈ ગયો ને માઇન્ડ ઉપર, એ ફોગ નીકળી ગયો છે. સફોકેશન નીકળી ગયું, લોડ નીકળી ગયો એટલે ફોગ નીકળી ગયો, અને ફોગ નીકળી ગયો ને એટલે પછી સૂઝ પડે વોટ ટુ ડુ. સૂઝ એ આત્માનું દર્શનનો પ્રકાશ છે, આત્માનો જ પ્રકાશ છે. યુ કેટ એન ઇન્સાઇટ, એને બહુ લૂઝ લેંગ્વેજમાં કેવું હોય તો, એટલે સૂઝ પડે વોટ ટુ ડુ, અને તમે લાગે યસ નાઉ થિંગ્સ આર ગુડ. So taking that one step ahead, it just સૂઝ ક્યારેક આપણને ના પડતી હોય when we are not able to take an appropriate decision, unable to come to know what to do, અને સૂઝ લાવી હોય તો પ્રોએક્ટિવલી તો ચિત્તને શુદ્ધ કરવાનો કોઈ બી એક પ્રયોગ કરશો ને for some time, તો એ અંદરથી ઇન્સાઇટ આવી જશે. The solution to your problem or whatever issue you are facing will emerge, and that will be very, very good. That solution will be far superior to the solution given by the buddhi. એટલે ચિત્ત શુદ્ધિ માટે તો આપણી પાસે જે નોંધ બધા છે, તમે કાં તો કીર્તન ભક્તિ ઉદ્દમ જ ઉપયોગપૂર્વક કરો, અક્ષર વંચાય, દાદા દેખાય, કાં તો તમે સિમંદર સ્વામીને નમસ્કાર કરું છું જે છે ને એ પ્રયોગ સમટાઈમ્સ આઈ હેવ ડન ઇન ધ પાસ્ટ. મેજર ડિસિઝન લેવાનું હોય ને ખબર ના પડતી શું કરું, તો 50 મિનિટ માટે પ્રત્યેક દાદા ભગવાનની સાક્ષીએ જે 40 વાર સિમંદર સ્વામી નમસ્કાર કરીએ છીએ નમસ્કાર વિધિમાં, just say that for 50 minutes. Put the problem, this is the problem, I want an answer to this. Sometimes you have two options, option A, option B, you're not able to decide which of that to take. Measure this thing, you know. એટલે ત્યાં આ વસ્તુ કરી શકાય છે. આ જોબ લો કે આ જોબ લો, અનમેરિડ તો આ હસબન્ડને મેરી, આ બોય કે ગર્લને મેરી કરું કે આને મારી કરું, if you're buying a house, this house or that house, some major irrevocable decisions હોય ત્યારે. or little lower down, તો આપણે જે આગમન કઈ ત્રિમંત્ર વાંચવાનો જે પ્રયોગ છે, અક્ષર વાંચવાનો, એવી 10-15 મિનિટ વોટ એવર તમે કરો ને, તો ઇટ ક્લિયર ધ ફોગ. અને ચિત્ત શુદ્ધ થશે તો તમને અંદરથી ક્લિયર કટ સૂઝ પડશે કે આ કરો, આ કરો, આ કરો. So this is just taking that holistic.
Okay, yeah, very good. Okay, I just posted the message. Any thoughts how we want to proceed now further before we talk to Aptputras? Any idea, Chair?
I had a thought, Rajni uncle.
Bolo.
You know, I brought this up in the English satsang yesterday too. Ke apde Pulinanandji ke a few times I've heard him say ke apda nature's na law break thata hoy ત્યાં આપણી બહુ મોટી ભૂલ થતી હોય તે આપણને એટલે મારે સમજવું હતું કે what are the most common, you know, nature's laws that we break, because I have no understanding of that. I know nav kalamo, I mean, I know what they are, but yeah, that's what I thought we could cover.
Okay, anybody else?
I don't know.
No, just whatever you think we should think, do topics. Anybody else? Krishna, Pooja, Divya, Nati.
One quick thought, Rajni uncle. Aptputras.
Bolo.
We had topics before. एक खासू हेल्प करता था. तो આપણે હવે કોઈ એવો ટોપિક લઈ શકીએ જે goes to files, the close files. આપણે પહેલા children સાથે નો ટોપિક લીધો, husband wife નો ટોપિક લીધો, પણ હવે next file like 2, 3, પણ પછી 4, 5 એટલે mostly parents આવે ને in-laws આવે.
Okay.
So એકાદ ટોપિક લેવાય તો and anytime in future it will also help because we have to, those are also like part of the Chikni file also.
Okay. Anybody else?
Rajni uncle, what do you, oh, sorry.
No, go
Dina.
ahead, and then I'll go.
I was thinking, can we maybe, there's so many buds, I don't really know how to read them, or if I try to read them, I can't really understand them. So is it possible to make me take a bud and kind of understand the meaning behind it? Because I think those buds teach a lot about how to proceed and how to do our normal dealings as well.
Okay. Did you go to Dina?
That was me.
Pooja,
I think
sorry.
we had talked a little bit about the first column. Maybe starting there. I don't know, because it seems like it's the center point of, you know, of all the columns really. Maybe, and I think it might actually cover what everybody was talking about. We can put files in there. We can
Okay.
take a bud, you know,
Yeah.
related to ego, something like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So Pulinanandji, Deepakanandji, you heard some of the suggestions. So we can start one by one. Pulinanandji, you decide and we post it. What next we're going to do? Does that make sense?
Yeah. See, I anyway had this in mind. Regarding pad and meaning, you know, every Thursday that is anyway undergoing. આપણે એક પદ લઈએ છીએ અને કોઈ બી એક આપતપુત્ર બહુ ડિટેલમાં એને ગાય છે અને સમજાવે બી છે. So that is anyway going on. So whether I don't know whether that will help you. પછી nature's law અને parents અને in-law સાથે dealing નું we keep it at the back of my mind. See how we can incorporate. અને થોડું overlap between nature's laws and નવ કલમો આવી જશે. So what I had in mind was that if we start with the નવ columns, you know, we discuss a little bit of the columns અને તમે લોકો એના પર પુરુષાર્થ કરો during the week and share your experience of those columns. એનાથી ઘણા બધા insights આવશે અને ઘણું બધું જ્ઞાન બી આપણું પાકું થશે. So અને first column નું I think Pooja also mentioned. The process what I had in mind was કે આપણે પહેલી, બીજી અને ત્રીજી 3 column એક સાથે લઈએ. Maybe next time when we meet, both of us will elaborate on what that column is, you know, meaning શું છે, how to be implemented, અને શક્તિ માગો ત્યારે શું સમજીને શક્તિ માગવાની છે, and શું પુરુષાર્થ કે જાગૃતિ રાખવાની છે. The 3 columns we could club together and then do puruषार्थ for the next week on the 3 columns and then share your experiences on that. Because aham na dubai is very key. એ તો મેજર જ છે, પણ ધર્મનું પ્રમાણ બી એની સાથે સાથે એસોસિએટ થાય છે, એટલે I'm putting it together. And the third column why I'm putting together is because એ જે column છે ને એ સ્ટેન્ડ અલોન એકલા લેવા જાય તો બહુ નહીં મળે સ્કોપ, કારણ કે સાધુ સાધ્વી આચાર્યનો. So I've just added that with the 2. Because first and 2 are closely related and helping and complementing each other. એટલે I thought we should take 2 together. It will help. Based on આપણે આટલું બધું જે 1-1.5 વર્ષથી કર્યું છે ને, એટલે આ બે કલમ સાથે લેવાશે. અને થર્ડ બીકોઝ સ્ટેન્ડ અલોન નહીં થાય, એની સાથે ક્લબ કરી દીધું છે. એમાં ખાસ વિશેષ પુરુષાર્થ નથી, થોડોક તો લિમિટેડ છે. So that is how it came to my mind કે 3 કલમનું explanation કરશું અમે લોકો 5-10 minutes 15 minutes whatever and then પુરુષાર્થ on that. એમાં ઘણું જ્ઞાન બી કવર અપ થશે. there will be a revision of the આજ્ઞાs, revision બધું આવી જ જશે inbuilt, you know. And parents and in-laws know, I keep it in mind. Maybe after the columns are over, one of the days we can take that also.
Right, Deepakanandji?
Fine.
Okay, fine. Okay,
Okay.
so
So-
next Sunday is off Sunday because of Diwali stuff. So next time we meet, Aptputras will talk about the first 3 columns, and in the meantime, start experiencing. Right?
Well, Radni uncle, 2 weeks we're gonna have the time to do some projects or anything. So give some task us with for the 2 weeks. So we do that and then we understand column. Then we go on the column task.
Yo,
Otherwise,
ta-
with the 2 weeks we're gonna all gonna get crazy.
નહીં, why crazy? Why crazy? આપણે આ 1-1.5 વર્ષથી જે કરીએ છીએ એ તો તમારે ongoing project તો છે જ આપણા બધા પાસે છે કે મન વચન કાયથી કોઈને દુઃખ ના હો, મારે બધામાં 5 આજ્ઞા પાડવી છે, અથડામણ ટાળવી છે, એ બધા જે આપણે વાંચી ગયેલા છે કે ભૂલી નથી જવાનું, એ તો ongoing process જ છે. એટલે observe where file number 1 where you are tripping. You
No.
generate your own project. Last time બધા 2-3 હાર્દિક અને બધા પોતે generate કર્યા હતા project કે 1 week I did this. So you take
Okay.
up you take up one major flaw in your file number 1 and work on that and share that experience.
પુલિનાનજી, મને આઈડિયા એવો કૃષ્ણ તારા માટે તો છે ને કલમ નંબર 1 નિમેશ, કલમ નંબર 2 નિમેશ, અને કલમ નંબર 3 નિમેશ, એના પર કરજે તું.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Jai Sachidanand. Okay, Deepakanandji, please do 3 mantra. Krishna, please follow.
Namo Vitragaya.
Namo Vitraga.
Vitragai.
Namo Varihantanam.
Namo
Namo
Arihan.
Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo
Namo
Siddha.
Siddhanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo
Ayariyam.
Yanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo
Namo
Sayanam.
Nam.
Namo Loe Sava Sahunam.
Namo
Namo
Loe.
Loe Savasanam.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Eso
Eso
Panchanamukaro.
Savapavappanasano.
Savapavak.
Panasano.
Panasano.
Mangalanam cha Savesim.
Mangalana.
Mangalanam Jasavesim.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Padvam.
Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om
Om
Namah
Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.
Satchidanand.
Jai
Jai
Satchidanand.